The initial scene starts with an energized scene of Seabrook, which was the ideal town to live in and bring up youngsters. Tragically, quite a while back, an assembly line laborer unintentionally toppled a container of pop, causing a synthetic plant blast. A lot of poisonous gas was released and subsequently, close to half of the population transformed into zombies. The government immediately made a move, and an obstruction was developed to get the zombies far from ordinary individuals. In the following scene, we see a zombie named Zed, who lives with his dad and more youthful sister Zoe. They live in an isolated region, known as Zombietown, which isolates the people from the zombies. It is uncovered that researchers have, as of late, planned a gadget called the Z-band, which keeps the zombies from transforming into their actual state. This permits zombie youngsters to enter human school, where they can get equivalent education like the humans. In the meantime, Zed is eager to begin his most memorable day at human school. He makes an honest effort to get in shape, as he needs to get picked for the football crew. Running against the norm, his dad has one or two glaring misgivings, as he accepts that people ought not be relied upon. He additionally encourages his child to avoid people. We are presently acquainted with an ordinary secondary school understudy named Addison. She goes to the same school as Zed and is anticipating joining the cheerleading crew. Be that as it may, she has an interesting disfigurement, which makes her hair become white. Since individuals of Seabrook are against anything strange, Addison needs to conceal her mysterious white locks under a hairpiece. She is additionally upheld by her folks, who function as zombie watching officials for Seabrook High. The following day is the first day of school. Zed joins his companions and heads to the high school, and so does Addison. The zombies are amped up for the possibility of at long last getting treated as equals, however when they show up at the school, they understand that it isn't the case. For the well-being of human students, the zombies are isolated and taught inside a separate basement. They are not permitted to talk or try and have any sort of contact with the human students. Addison accepts that the zombies are very much like people and they ought to be permitted to uninhibitedly live. However, her well-known companion, Bucky, goes against a thought and thinks that they are a disgrace. In the basement, the school head, Lee, welcomes the zombies, however she personally gives off an impression of being disturbed by them. Zed inquires as to whether they can take part in football matchups, to which she answers they are not allowed to leave the basement during school hours. Despite this, Zed plays hooky and heads upstairs to find the football crew. As he is researching the region, a few students notice him and begin to overreact. One of them rings the zombie alarm, causing pandemonium in the building. Zed attempts to persuade everybody that he's innocuous, however the people don't pay attention to him. He sees a group of young men moving toward him and hurries to the zombie safe room to stow away. Simultaneously, Addison additionally goes into the room and notices somebody inside. The room gives off an impression of being exceptionally dull, and neither of them can see each other's face. Addison starts conversing with Zed, uninformed that he is a zombie. All of a sudden the light returns on, and when Addison understands that she was conversing with a zombie, she smacks him directly upside the head. Be that as it may, she before long understands her slip-up and apologizes. A couple of seconds after the fact, Bucky and his companions show up at the safe room and take Addison away. Afterward, Zed tries out for the football crew, however the coach turns him down because of the school's rules. In the meantime, Addison and different students are trying out for a spot on the cheerleading crew, which is controlled by, you guessed it, Bucky. After a decent execution, Addison is picked for the group, however her closest companion Bree is rejected. Seeing Bree miserable, Addison converses with Bucky and in the long run convinces him to allow Bree in. However, before the two of them can join, Bucky notifies them that they need to go through a tradition, which includes tossing eggs at zombie homes. The couple is bewildered, however for the cheerleading group, they agree. In the following scene, Bucky drops Addison and Bree off in the zombie town and tells them to egg any of the zombies' houses. Addison is amazed by the environment since it is her first time in the zombie town. All of a sudden, a zombie lady moves toward the children, frightening the life out of them. Subsequently, Bucky cheeses it while Addison and Bree look for cover behind some furnishings. In the meantime, Zed emerges from his home and notices the two of them. In the wake of seeing the eggs in their grasp, Zed expects that the young ladies have come to egg his home. So he is disheartened and strolls back inside. Seeing this, Addison feels guilt as she accepts that the zombies merit better treatment. The next day at school, Addison approaches Bucky and tells him not to irritate the zombies, be that as it may, he disregards her. He then At that point, contacts her hair, telling her that he will uncover her imperfection if she keeps on rebelling. In the meantime, Zed and his companions, Eliza and Bonzo, enter the basement class and begin bantering. Zed informs them regarding the episode from the earlier evening and reasons that all cheerleaders are awful. Just then, Addison shows up and apologizes to Zed for the night prior. She then invites him to the pep rally, shocking everybody. Eliza illuminates her that zombies don't go to pep rallies, yet Zed, who appears to really like Addison, says that he will come. Afterward, Addison is satisfied to see Zed and his companions in the crowd. In actuality, the other human students, including Bucky, are angered. Before long, the rally starts and everybody starts to have fun. Exploiting what is going on, Bucky draws out certain sparklers, which freak Bonzo out. Zed attempts to calm Bonzo, yet he pushes him away and advances towards the stage. Zed tumbles down and unfortunately, his Z-band is damaged. He begins transforming into an all-out zombie, yet in spite of this, he follows Bonzo to stop him. On the way, he accidentally runs into some football players, sending them flying. The football coach sees this and is dazzled. Zed then runs towards the stage and saves Addison from tumbling to the floor. All the while, he somehow gets his Z-band to reactivate. In the following scene, the coach takes Zed to the principal and offers him a spot in the football crew. Zed agrees, yet relying on the prerequisite that the other zombie students are permitted to eat in the school cafeteria, just like the humans. The principal hesitantly agrees, and Bucky, who is keeping an eye on their discussion, is furious because his plan has failed. Afterward, the zombie students show up at the cafeteria. Yet, the humans, not surprisingly, scorn them. Nonetheless, they don't gripe, as they are enjoying their time in the cafeteria. Meanwhile, Addison continues to gaze at Zed and tells Bree that she likes him. A couple of seconds after the fact, Zed waves at Addison, surprising each human in there. Addison then strolls over to the zombie table and starts conversing with them. Different zombies additionally appear to like her, yet all at once, Bucky's devotees show up and remove her. They caution her that Bucky will be upset if she converses with the zombies. After this, Addison leaves and Zed follows her to the zombie safe room, where the pair appreciates each other's company. Some time later, Addison takes their kinship to a higher level by revealing that she has white hair. The following day, Zed plays his first football matchup, yet neglects to perform well and frustrates everybody. During halftime, the coach asks about his strength during the rally. While recalling, Zed understands that his zombie band can supply him with the lift he needs. He quickly heads to Eliza, who is a PC master, and demands that she hack into his zombie band. Eliza at first denies, asserting that it is cheating, yet when Zed specifies that they will get more facilities, assuming he dominates the match. She agrees, and Zed takes the field, this time scores various touchdowns. The boost does wonders for him, and at last, his team won. Everybody in the crowd cheers for Zen, yet Bucky seems, by all accounts, to be jealous. The next day, the human students' mentalities towards the zombies has changed, and they begin becoming companions. Their school wins football matches consistently, and Zed at last turns into the most popular kid in school. Bucky, being jealous, approaches Addison and requests that she pick between being a cheerleader or being with the zombies. Addison has for a long time dreamed of being a cheerleader, so she hesitantly accepts the position. With this, she isn't allowed to cheer Zed during the football matchups, despite a request. One evening, Addison receives a message from Zed asking her to meet him at the barrier. In the following scene, Addison meets Zed, who takes her to the Zombietown party. Addison is eager to be at the party, so both of them begin having a good time together. After a while, Addison sees Zoe, who is cheerleading without anyone else. She praises her moves, and the two immediately become friends. Some time later, Addison meets Eliza and views her as keen and alluring. As the pair talk, Eliza slowly comes to consider Addison as a cool human. Soon, Zed takes Addison to the zombie light garden, and as they draw nearer, Zed sees her white hair and praises its beauty. The two of them are going to kiss when the zombie patrol shows up and closes the party down. Zed escapes, and the officer brings Addison home. Afterward, Addison's guardians discover that their girl is seeing a boy and ask about him. When Addison won't uncover anything, her partners blackmail her by denying her from partaking in cheerleading. The following day at school, Zed and Eliza examine changing a few elements of the zombie band. Sadly, Bucky's devotees hear their discussion and understand that he has been cheating with the zombie band. Before long, they tell Bucky about the secret and plan to sabotage Zed. Inevitably, they go to Eliza and subtly take her hacking gadget. Also, Zed meets Addison, who lets him know that her folks need to meet him as they don't know that he's a zombie. Later at home, Zed utilizes the assistance of his zombie band and attempts to change his appearance. Elsewhere, Addison is going to illuminate her folks about the truth, yet all of a sudden, Zed appears as a typical human. He dazzles her folks and asks Addison out on a date. Afterward, as the couple is in a cafe, Addison expresses her disappointment that they are changing themselves as opposed to changing society's view. In the following scene, we are taken to the home game where the whole crowd is supporting Zed and his teammates. Surprisingly, Addison is also supporting him, in spite of being requested by Bucky to not do as such. In the meantime, Bucky's devotees are altering Eliza's PC, trying to obliterate Zed's zombie band. Before long, the plan works, and Zed can't utilize the boost from the band. However, utilizing his determination and diligence, he figures out how to play perfectly and score the winning touchdown for his team. Just as Zed is celebrating with his teammates, Bucky's devotees break the zombie band and make it go offline. Thus, Zed, alongside Eliza and Bonzo, change into zombies and begin going after people. Zed pursues Bucky, yet the zombie patrol shows up and assumes control over him. In no time, all people begin shouting at the zombies, so Addison faces them and condemns human childishness. She also uncovers that Zed has endangered his life to lead their team to a few victories. She then removes her hairpiece, uncovering her normal hair to everybody, except the crowd boos her. Following this, the zombies are taken back to Zombietown, while Eliza is disappointed in people, asserting that they won't ever change. The following day, Bucky faces each and every team member who is wearing zombie merchandise. On the other hand, the zombies have now returned back to the basement class. Subsequent to discovering that Eliza is wanting to sabotage the cheerleading championships, Zed and Bonzo race to stop her. At the point when they show up, Zed attempts to convince Eliza to stop, yet Addison appears and upholds Eliza's decision. In any case, Zed persuades them that this isn't the method for fighting back. In the midst of their conversation, they soon see that their school's execution isn't working out positively, and thus the crowd begins booing them. All of a sudden Zoe pops on the stage and starts performing all alone. Seeing this, Zed assembles the zombies and cheerleaders and perform on stage. Meanwhile, Bucky is dazzled by little Zoe's boldness, so he alters his perspective and joins the zombies on stage. Together, they play out a great dance performance, which sends the crowd into a mincet of joy. After the performance, Zed and Addison embrace one another. The film then cuts to a couple of days after the fact, where it is uncovered that Seabrook High didn't win the competition. Nonetheless, what they won was the view of people who have now begun loving the zombies. The movie ends as the zombies and humans dance together and celebrate a festival in Zombietown. Subscribe for more videos like this.